Okay. Uh, Will Smith.
Will Smith.
This Will Smith situation. If you was Chris Rock and you made a little joke about his wife, by you being a comedian on the stage, and Will rushed that stage and try to slap you like that, man, how that would have went?
That wouldn't have been possible. People do what they're comfortable doing. Even if I was a comedian, I don't think a man would be that comfortable enough to think I would allow that to happen. So, comedian or not, I don't think Will Smith would have slapped who my boy, uh, uh, T.K. Kirkland, T to the K. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think he would have ran up there?
Certain people he would not have did that. But if you talking about a powder puff now, you know what I'm saying? You talking about a powder puff, yeah, he gonna slap Chris Rock. He might have well. It's a lot of people he might have well slapped. But my thing is certain people who you just know better. You know what I'm saying? And
so he picked his battle.
He knew who he was slapping. He was comfortable with him. He knew him like they knew each other. It wasn't like he didn't know who he was. It's just like they were close. They talked. They knew each other. And like you say, when you communicate, with among men, I teach young men how to reject passivity. When I get around another man, I don't care who you are. Will Smith, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson. Man, I love you. I understand your legacy. Beautiful, man. But, yes, sir. But I'm not, I don't care who you are, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here for all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to praise no other man. I'm here to help young people stay out of prison. So I'm not finna, and I stand on respect. So I don't really care about that. You gonna respect me and I'm gonna respect you. So I wouldn't have even said nothing about no Will Smith. I wouldn't have tried to, I wouldn't even been in the situation. But if I did say that and he would have tried to slap me, I ain't really know what it did. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. It's pretty heavy what I would have did.
Yeah, man. I can picture that.
But I didn't slap people like that. And see, that's a lot of things. A lot of people ain't never slapped. A lot of men ain't never slapped no other man. So, and I know a lot of people talk about it, but they ain't really about it really just seeing and being around that. Where I come from, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Sometimes a man will be comfortable enough to say something to you and don't even know who he talking to, and you gotta let him know. So hey, reality. Everybody ain't a powder puff.
And while we on this subject, man, I ain't being messy or nothing, but you was on the show last time, and a lot of people say, man, why you didn't ask him about the OG Percy thing? And
you did ask me about the OG Percy, but you know what I'm saying? This out of respect for us being who we are, man. OG Percy is a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy out of Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, anybody who knows me, man, OG Percy claims to be a penitentiary person. I am a penitentiary person, but I'm not trying to glorify my penitentiary past, even though I got one that's certified.
Right.
I don't like talking about it. I really don't.
Right,
like
I'm pretty sure you got a million stories like he got.
More. I did 17 years in prison. I got all the stories and more. But I ain't here for. I'm not here to glorify my past, and I do know what that does to other people. But when there's a time and place for everything. But for me to even play with myself or allow myself to be around people like that, because one thing about prison, it taught me a major person never let something minor stop him from doing what he got to do. And now that I know my purpose, I got to be careful. One of the most important things that my partner told me when I got out of prison, he said, man, this going to be a powder puff ass person out here willing to give his life up to send you back to prison.
Yeah.
Let me say that again. He said it's going to be a powder puff out here willing to give his life up to send you back to prison. So I got to be careful for people out here that's faking and shaking or grinning and winning or trying to do anything to get on and just willing to say and do anything, because like I said again, I don't know what that dude's problem was, you know what I'm saying, but it's not really even a big deal, because at the end of the day, between me, him, and God, we know the truth, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not trying to dispute or nothing, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to be a youth mentor and go off in the prisons and schools, so it don't benefit me to argue and lip wrestle or even have a physical altercation with anybody on TV when I know way better than
you played the bigger role, man, and I'm glad you did.
Well, you know me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So
by him saying that, you know, your cripping ain't real, it ain't. Hey man, you too old for that anyway.
I
And
mean,
people grow up and you know, get do better things and other things in life. You know, who's 40 years old arguing about who's a real crip or not?
I just wish he was on my parole board when I was up for parole. That's all I can say about that. I just wish, where were these people at talking about I wasn't nobody, I wasn't no real crip, I wasn't a threat, I wasn't a problem. See, I love his mentality. He's on the wrong person. He should have been on my parole board. Or I wish he could have talked to me and told them people that I wasn't no real gangbanger, because I couldn't convince them that I wasn't no real gangbanger.